What's going on, y'all? Machiavelli Mills TV. Y'all hit that like button and hit the subscribe button. I know it's been a little minute since y'all seen a lot of regular videos from me. It's been a long time. I shouldn't have left you without a dope pod to step to. Anyway, but let's get to it. I know that's corny. So, listen, man. I got to talk about this, and I got to be 100% honest. Because there are a lot of people who are fooled. And they think something gonna happen that's not gonna happen. As an avid watcher of boxing myself, I'm gonna tell y'all exactly what's gonna happen between Claressa Shields and Laila Ali if they step into the ring. If they step into the ring, Claressa Shields is going to annihilate Laila Ali. It's not gonna be pretty. It's gonna get ugly as Flavor Flav, as Popeye Jones, as Sam Cassell, and as Tyrone Hill. It's going to get all the third world ugly. Lord forgive me. These are just jokes. But y'all know what I'm trying to say. If you don't know who I'm talking about, go look them brothers up. It's going to get that type of ugly in that ring for Laila Ali. Why do I say that? Laila ain't fought professionally since 2007. That's a long time. Claressa Shields is still an active fighter at the top of her game. She is an apex predator right now. Yeah, Claressa don't got a lot of knockouts, but for a woman like Laila Ali that ain't fought in a long time, all she needs to do is get hit the wrong way, and it's over with. Claressa then went up in weight, and as she's went up in weight, she's gotten stronger. She's a primed fighter. It's going to be over with. So let's get to the genesis of this whole situation, because a lot of people don't know where this originates. So let me say this too. First of all, Laila Ali said recently, if Claressa Shields wants to fight her, they got to get $15 to $20 million for her to get in that ring. When Laila Ali said that, she was hoping that that money would not be put up. Seriously. She tried to outprice herself so that the fight could never happen, because she didn't think that anybody, that they were going to be able to secure $15 to $20 million. Word on the street is Claressa Shields has secured $15 million for them to step in the ring against each other. But Laila didn't think that was going to happen, because Laila ain't never made that much money in her fighting career like that. She ain't made that type of bread in no one fight before in her life, right? And she didn't think when she was fighting, women's boxing was so like, it's not nowhere near equal to men's boxing today as far as popularity. But it's much more popular than it was when she was fighting. So in her mind, she figured if I say I need $15 to $20 million, ain't nobody gonna put up that type of bread for us to get in the ring. That's what she was hoping. Tried to outprice herself. I've seen fighters and people do this a lot in the sport, okay? And I've seen people do this in a lot of other situations as well, not just in the sport of boxing, okay? But the fight now, the money is allegedly been secured. And I don't think Laila Ali gonna get in that ring. But anyway, let's get to the genesis of the whole situation. Years ago, when Claressa was doing her thing up and coming and she was getting active some years ago, Laila Ali was asked about women's boxing. Laila Ali has been in interviews downplaying women's boxing, saying ain't none of these girls would be competition for me to come back and fight against. Because people would ask Laila Ali quite often, would you consider getting back into the ring? And Laila Ali would dismiss it as, instead of saying, you know what, my time has come and gone, I'm older now, I haven't fought in a long time, she says things like, these other girls out here ain't no competition for me. I don't see no competition out here in the field of play. I don't see none of these girls being on my level. And you can't talk like that to certain girls who have a certain vigor in them. Claressa Shields has a spirit of a warrior inside of her. I'm not even trying to be dramatic. She does. So when she hears Laila say that, she takes that as competition. What a lot of fighters do in women's boxing and men's boxing, they downplay today's talent. I see the legendary fighters on the men's side do this quite often. They act like today's fighters ain't shit. And they ain't never gonna be nothing. They never gonna amount to nothing they was. A lot of the older fighters in boxing do that, okay? And it causes contention. It causes friction between the younger fighters and the older fighters. And I hate it, because boxing is a sport that I love. And I hate that the older fighters don't embrace the younger fighters. All they talk about is how soft these guys are. They not fighting like we were. And I'm like, yeah, well, you fought what, 4 or 5 times a year, and y'all was playing Rock'em Sock'em Robots, and you talk with a speech impediment. You know, a lot of y'all don't walk upright. A lot of y'all have brain damage, so on and so forth. So they can't be fighting like y'all used to fight back in the day. It wouldn't make sense to risk their bodies. They already risking their lives every time they step into the ring. But to be playing Rock'em Sock'em Robots fighting 6, 7 times a year, that is crazy. You know what I mean? But this happens a lot. This contention between the older fighters and the younger fighters. And it derives from the older generation doing it a lot of times, right? And so Laila has been doing that quite often. She downplays Claressa, and she try to act like, you know, a lot of these girls, they ain't know nothing when she was on and all of that. And Laila was a bad woman in her day. Bad woman in her day, man. And she fine as hell. Laila Ali finer than a ticket on the dashboard. Like, seriously. She fine, man, what? Finer than frog hair. She finer than that comb that your mama and them be running through their head before they go to work in the morning. But anyway, let's go. My corny jokes. But yeah, like, I'm telling y'all right now, so Claressa, I'm getting back to the point. When Claressa was hearing Laila downplay today's boxing and competition, acting like they ain't nothing, Claressa took that as a challenge. How you gonna say none of these fighters out here ain't no competition for you? When you see me doing my thing, I done win a champion in so many different weight classes. I'm an Olympian, gold medalist, all of that. And you talking about ain't nobody out here on your level. Nobody could do nothing with you. Nobody could contend with you. That's like, no. Like, why would you say that? You know what I mean? And to be honest, women's boxing, the talent in women's boxing has gotten a lot better since the time that Laila was fighting, right? And let's be for real, as much as I love Laila Ali, she didn't fight Ann Wolf. And she didn't fight Ann Wolf for a reason. Okay? And Claressa would comment. I think Claressa might have commented on it. She did, I think, right? Because Claressa Shields, say what you want to say about Claressa. She gets a lot of hate for the relationship she got with Papoose and how she coming at Remy Ma, whatever. Whatever that aside, Claressa ain't scared of nobody. If there was an Ann Wolf in boxing, in Claressa's weight class, even if she wasn't in Claressa's weight class, if she was, because, Ann was like a heavyweight fighter, right? Heavyweight. If it was an Ann Wolf in her weight class, or not even in weight class, in boxing, talking to her and calling her out, like Ann Wolf was wanting to fight Laila, calling Laila out and all of that, Claressa would fight Ann Wolf. Seriously. And Ann Wolf was a menacing puncher. For real. And Claressa would have fought her. It wouldn't have been no, I ain't trying to fight out, She would have fought her. And Claressa because she got a warrior spirit. I'm not saying that Laila don't got one. She does. She does. But yeah, Claressa would have fought Ann. You know? So now let's get to today's time. Claressa Shields has secured $15 million for Laila Ali to get in the ring with her. Do I believe Laila Ali is going to get into the ring? No. Do I think she should? Absolutely not. No, well, if you want to get the money, go ahead. Go ahead. But as prideful as Laila Ali is, she's a prideful woman. She is not going to get into that ring and accept defeat just to get some M's, to get some bread. She's not. She's not going to want to get battered in the ring just to get some money. And I promise y'all that is what's going to happen. I know a lot of y'all saying, I've seen in the streets where old heads be stronger than the youth and all of that, and I've seen it too. But with prize fighters, boxers is something different. Boxing is cardio for real. And you cannot, Father Time does not beat that quite often. I've seen George Foreman do it. And Manny Pacquiao is attempting to do it against Mario Barrios. Right? But this doesn't really happen in boxing, man. When you old like that, you can't be, especially when you ain't been boxing for years, you can't be away from the sport for a long time and just come in and get active and just be great, and just have a world-class performance against a world-class champion fighter like Claressa Shields. This does not happen. That don't happen, y'all. And I know Laila got a lot of fans because of, one, she's a beautiful woman. She's a talented fighter. And her name, her father's name, she's a Ali. I saw somebody saying she a Ali. Don't forget that. And yes, she is a Ali. But I'm going to tell y'all this. In boxing, your last name don't save you. Ask Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. Your name don't save you in boxing. It don't. What save you is these. Your stamina, skills, you know, your heart. Laila got heart, a lot of it. She got pride, a lot of it. She got skills, but her sword ain't been sharpened in a long time. Not for no fighting. She could have sparred with some people, but sparring and fighting is two different things. Claressa's sword has been sharpened over and over again recently. She will get into that ring with how much animosity she take into that ring and how much she feel like Laila Ali didn't disrespect her fighting prowess in today's boxers. She's going to want to annihilate Laila to prove a point. And when she does it, Claressa's not going to be humble about it. She's not going to be like, oh, thank you for the note. She's going to say, I told y'all this girl couldn't fuck with me. That's how Claressa going to do it. And y'all going to hate Claressa even more, and she does not care. She's like, when I say this, with her attitude and persona, she feeds off of the hate like Floyd Mayweather does. She likes that people don't like her. And she brings that into the ring. And no, she ain't a knockout artist. She's not. But she will pepper somebody the way they hurting all day and night, especially when you ain't been in that ring. And I promise y'all, if Laila get into that ring, woo, you gonna hear me take it back to the damn Looney Tunes suffering succotash. God damn, get up out the ring. It's gonna be one of those moments we gonna be like, hey man, this should have never happened. First of all, y'all seen how Mike Tyson and Jake Paul went. A lot of y'all feel like the fight was forced and the fight was fixed. I don't know, man. Mike Tyson, nearly 60 years old, man. Fighters don't be, they not as quick and fast as he is. When you can look fast and sparring and hitting the bag, but when somebody in front of you throwing punches for real, it could be a whole different game, man. You more cautious. You ain't gonna just be freely just letting your hands go when somebody right in front of you to throw a hand back at you. That's just not how this sport works. And so I'm telling y'all right now, I know everybody love Laila, and I love Laila. With her fine ass. Let me stop. But they be like, he's sexist. Let me stop. Because Claressa Shields look good too. Claressa look good too. Woo! And Claressa got a body on her. Baby, you got a body like a Benz. Anyway. But I'm telling y'all right now, if you love Laila like I do, y'all need to convince Laila not to get into that ring. I know y'all think something else going to happen. You're not going to see George Foreman and Michael Moore. You're not going to see that. All right? It's not going to be there. You're going to see, oh, Jesus. Who is that, man? I shouldn't even throw that. Is that Trevor Berbick and Muhammad Ali? No, not Trevor Berbick. What's my man name, man? Godly. What's my man name with the, hold on, y'all, hold on. Dang, Larry Holmes. How the heck I forget about Larry Holmes, Eastern Assassin. Larry Holmes. You're going to see Larry Holmes versus Muhammad Ali in that ring. And I'm not even trying to, and I love Ali. I love Muhammad Ali. Love him. But him and Larry Holmes, that fight made a lot of people want to cry. And I'm afraid Laila Ali would face the same fate if she get up in that ring with Claressa Shields. And Larry Holmes wasn't just knocking everybody out. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't all the way, he was whooping folks. Larry Holmes was whooping folks. Whooping them, putting 2 foots up in them. Had the best jab and have like, a lot of people feel like that's the best jab they ever seen in the heavyweight division. But it'd be looking like that. I'm telling y'all that right now. It's not gonna look like Larry, or better yet, it might look like Larry Holmes and Mike Tyson. But I know Larry Holmes and Muhammad Ali, woo! Man, it was people that wanted to cry that night. Larry Holmes tried to tell the referee and them, stop the fight. That's what everybody gonna be yelling if they see Laila and Claressa Shields. Stop the fight for Laila Ali's sake. Seriously. Machiavelli Mills TV, I'm out, y'all. Peace.